Okay, next tutorial. This one will be drawing clothing on characters, on folds in clothing. So, two main things that you have to remember when drawing clothing on characters is the body shape of the character and the type of material the clothing is made out of. So, leather, for instance, depending on how stiff it is, doesn't have any, like, it won't fold. It'll be like stiff structure, as well as metal, especially if you're drawing armor. But then there are like leather jackets and stuff, which is a soft leather, which will have stiff folds, but it has folds. So also you have to remember about chainmail, how it doesn't really get like too many folds. It's a very thick material and heavy, and it has to have weight to it. And so and then to get the feel of what the material is, you add textures, so like cross-hatching or spots or little wispy flick lines if it's an itchy fabric. An easy way to do chainmail, if you want to draw armor, is little half circles, and then you go the opposite direction for half circles. And you just keep changing and make sure you're not falling on the floor. And that's easy chainmail. Learned that a while ago. I forget, it was off of DA, one of my favorite watercolor artists on there. I think their name back in the day when I was watching them frequently was Golden 7. Anyway, so but that's armor. So to do basic clothes, so let's draw a figure here real quick. And I say this in every video, make sure you understand the basic shapes of what like the clothing is doing, because if there's a lot of clothing, like a big sweater or something like that, that's going to, like, you'll see a little bit of the body, and the body will kind of like, it'll influence it, but there's going to be major shapes. So female type character here, just draw a quick head up here. Okay, so for instance with this character, I'm going to give her a scarf, which is going to be very voluminous. And always remember volume, like clothing and has volume. And look at live reference. Always look at photos and photo reference for if you're having trouble drawing something. Look at how the clothing sits on the form. Look at where the folds are. Look at where the pulls are. Like, it'll be so much easier to draw if you have reference in front of you. Never fear about using reference. I don't know why there's such a stigma on it. Give her a skirt. So just remember, like, this leg's down, so the skirt's folding around it, and then this leg's tilted up, so it goes like this S curve. A lot of, like, all of what drawing is observation. You really need to just observe your shapes and observe the way things are flowing, and then you should, by observation, you will start seeing patterns and things on how things fall. And I'm sorry, this is like the super simple video, and I'm trying not to get into like the different types of folds, and there's all these technical terms for them, but if you can just like remember when you're drawing, like, fabric has weight, and each different type of fabric has a different structure to it, like a different weight. Like, as you can see, like the chainmail is super heavy, the leather, no give, but it has form and it has shape. And then this would be like a thick cotton, and it just falls naturally. The lighter the fabric, the more folds it'll have, as a really general good rule to follow. Let's draw just a person in a blanket here. Draw two of them. So we have this little person. Just make them genderless. Kind of look like a male figure, very skinny male figure. Anyway, we have this person, and they're covered in basically a blanket. But the blanket is a thick material. It'll have a few folds, but not many. And they'll be very large and sweeping folds. But if we go down here and we draw another person, outline figure, and they're in like a gauzy type material, that material is going to flow, so it'll have any kind of air movement will catch it. It'll have lots of folds because it's such a fine material. Any ripple, it'll catch. And it'll really wrap the form. Like if it hits a part of the main form, it'll wrap itself around it. So as you can see, very light flowing material, very heavy material. So those are kind of some general tips and tricks on drawing fabric. I hope that helps. If you guys have any questions at all, please leave your comments, questions, and suggestions in the comment section below. Thank you very much. I really hope this helped. Bye.